break, we heard Leonard, the subject of the viral video Hurt Babe, man up and admit that he cheated with his ex, Courtney. Now we've got 4 more guys joining us, all ready to man up and share their real, honest, and personal testimonies on cheating. First is Johnny, who's still married to the woman he cheated on. Then Thomas, he lives with his girlfriend of 3 years and says he cheated in 2 previous relationships. You all know Leonard. Then there's Zach, who's been with his girlfriend for more than a year and says he's cheated on past girlfriends twice. And finally, Jermaine, who cheated on his ex-wife and is recently divorced. If y'all could just take the hateful look off your face, just for the sake of television. Man, y'all are just... We're trying to help navigate some of the questions. Please welcome entertainment anchor of Good Day LA on KTTV in Los Angeles, Julie Chang.
Thank you.
Hey, Julie. Good.
Steve, I sadly can relate to this topic because I found out someone was cheating on me on Christmas Day.
Oh, man.
I took a last-minute flight, 5 hours to New York, crying all the way, and I just want to thank all those Jewish families that let me cry on their shoulder in the Chinese restaurant when I was there by myself. But enough about me. We're going to open up the floor because I'm with you, Steve. I feel like the Solange energy in here. People about to go crazy. Our first question comes from Eliza. Go ahead, Eliza.
Hi. So I met a guy about 2 years ago, and we instantly hit it off, became best friends. He told me he loved me, felt special. And when I felt things kind of drift, of course I do what all of us ladies do and did a little investigating, and snooping, and found some proof that he had been cheating on me. He admitted to himself cheating, and so we drifted apart, but I still find myself wondering what he told those other women. So what I want to ask you guys is, when you tell a girl you love her, what are you telling the other girls?
Johnny, Thomas, how much do we tell the other woman?
I mean, for me, I've been married for about 2 years now. Me and my wife have been together for about 13 years. And so I had an affair 11 years into our relationship. The other woman, she knew that she was the other woman. And I pretty much told her everything I thought she wanted to hear. You know, I didn't really have true feelings for her, but it kind of boosted my ego to kind of have her head over heels about me, and I had her like putty in my hands. I'm not on that anymore, and it's like I spend my time now trying to prove my love to my wife because that did a lot of harm to my relationship.
Where I'm a little bit on the exact opposite. I wouldn't tell the other female anything really. I would keep it short and sweet. Half the time I wouldn't even use the real name. I would keep it very, very short. I said it'd just be, hey, where could we meet up? What could we do? And that would be it. There was a point where I was texting a girl back and forth. She invited me to go out with her friends to go get a couple drinks. Knowing I wasn't going to go, just trying to figure out who her friends were, I asked, hey, who are you out with? Push comes to shove, I find out one of her best friends were good friends with my current girlfriend. So at which point I started distancing myself from her. I told her, hey, listen, I found another girl that I'm starting to talk to now, and I don't want to ruin that relationship. So I kind of just cut that off. Any other time that a female would start asking too many questions, trying to hang out too much, I would do the same thing to them. Hey, listen, I just found another relationship, and I'm not trying to continue this and be mean to the next person.
Let's go to the next question.
All right, we've got Jasmine here.
Okay, so I'm sorry. This is kind of I'm relating to what you guys are saying because I've been through it. I've heard the stories, but I've seen the video, and I can totally relate to Courtney because I've been Courtney, of course. And I'm kind of at the point where I feel like all men cheat, so I'm just like whatever. But I don't want to feel that way. So my question is once a cheater, always a cheater? So if you cheat once, are you always going to cheat?
Leonard and Zach, be quiet.
So for me, I would say people can change, but they have to want to change. If you're with someone and you feel like there's no trust, you have communication issues, I say run for the hills. So I wanted to change, and committing's not that hard if you want to do it. So that's what I say.
Yeah. Something that Leonard said there is really important. It all starts with the communication. The actions come after the communication. If you're picking up, like in my relationship now, for an example, the one that I'm in that's very healthy, a little over a year, I am listening to the subtleties in the relationship. She says things, and even on no occasion at all, even if it's not a holiday, I'll buy her a little thing here and there that she said subtly. I'll pick up on these things. You know, instead of sleeping on a problem that we're having, I'll stay up till 3 to listen. So if you're seeing that your man is communicating with you and is doing these little subtle things that shows he's listening, then he's on the right track to change. So I think that, you know, a cheater isn't always a cheater if he can build on the communication.
What I hear from you guys so far is that you want to have your cake and eat it too. And I think the easy excuse is to say we are hardwired this way. Should we just never trust anything that comes out of a man's mouth? Because you said so yourself. You would just tell the other woman whatever she wanted to hear. And women oftentimes love with their ears, men love with their eyes. So are we just to not believe anything that comes out of a man's mouth?
I think you have to take the actions far more serious than you take the words. Like, a man is going to show you, like, by his actions how he really feels.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean,
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care what he tells you on Christmas, he gonna be with who he care about. Now, if you can't find him on Christmas, you can't find him on your birthday. If New Year's Eve, you ain't out with him. Do some math here. Most of you have intuition. All of you that's ever been hurt by a man in your life, at one point you said, you know, this ain't right. And you stayed anyway. Every last one of you knew. And you stayed anyway. This man panel's just getting started. More questions up next. Stay with us. We'll be back.